Morris to throw, looking into the end zone. Pass. It's caught! He caught it! He caught it! Yes! He caught it! Holy cow! 20 seconds to go!
Hey, but this is stirring up your ingredients right here. Got the ingredients going. On the way. Meal. You know what? That's the word I was looking for. Meal prep. Love it.
Welcome to Carrollton, a city whose tradition and legacy has been wrapped up in football, a legacy that's talked about across the country. Now, under the leadership of Sean Calhoun, the Trojans have continued to live up to that legacy. This is Relive, Rewind.
Let's go.
This week on Relive, Rewind, Carrollton Trojans take on the Rome Wolves. This year's seniors are a collective 0-3 against Rome.
Defense, biggest test by far. We've just talked in the pregame a lot about how impressive this defense has been this year for the Trojans. They got to keep it, and they got to keep that up and keep getting better and better. This is their biggest test. Must create turnovers and score defensively if possible.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Turn me up, bro. We got to play like our caliber tonight, man. We got to play like our caliber tonight, the whole defense. Let's go. Eat, man. Go there, real spill. Let's go, man. Hey, hit squad on me. Hit squad on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit squad.
In 2018, the game in Rome was an offensive shootout, seeing the Wolves pull out a 65-51 victory over our Carrollton Trojans.
Hey, this one for Chase.
This year's game would be no different. A struggle, a hotly contested game, and there can only be one winner.
Game time. Game time. Ah, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Fans pack the stands again in Carrollton, ready to see their Trojans do battle again for another shot at the region title against the Rome Wolves. Early on in the game, it's a defensive contest, which is different than last year's 65-51 offensive explosion. The punting units would come into play largely during this game. Nick Tuggle had a good game punting the football. The Trojan defensive front terrorized the Rome Wolves backfield all night, led by senior linebacker and Clemson commit Kevin Swint. Early on in the game, the first break would come when Carrollton would block a punt and return it for a touchdown to take the lead 7-0. Not long after that, sophomore Terrell Carmichael back deep to return the Rome Wolves punt and breaks one off for 70-plus yards to break the game open 14-0 in favor of the Trojans. Rome, however, would not go away quiet. But early on in the game, again, the Trojans' defense, led by a wonderful linebacking corps featuring Swint, Bibby, Jared Ned, and Juan Nieves.
Hands it away and up the middle. There he goes. The 50 to the Trojans, 40 to the 35, and all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Several passes broken up this game by senior Christian Ramsey. Kevin Swint would not be denied an opportunity at a region title. Again, both offenses seemed to struggle early on in this football game. Huge catch by Grant Briscoe down the middle of the field, followed up by a big run as sophomore Miles Morris calls his own number for big yardage.
Ball at the 43-yard line. Eller drops to throw. Got it. Blitz. We stack him back at the 33-yard line. Give the ball to Rome. Give it back to us.
And on the other side of the ball, again, senior Brandon Marinko getting a swing pass out of the backfield, doing what he does best.
Ellard rolls right, looking downfield. Chaz gets dropped. We sack him back at the 38-yard line.
Again, Rome would not go away quietly, winning 2 of the last 3 state titles and winning all of the region championships. It's a ball club that knows how to win football games. Another huge play in the secondary by number 24, Christian Ramsey. Trojan junior Stephen Slappy led the Trojans in receptions this game with a total of 4.
Chase text us halftime and said keep doing your thing. Go for him. Go for him. Let's go, man. They beating us in this corner. We got to take pride in this.
Long pass in the end zone, broken up and then picked off by Rome. Austin Waldrop was the intended target, but again, Rome continues to struggle in special teams, and they have a miscommunication and bobbled snap on the punt. And then late in the game, Rome's offense started to find some creases in the Carrollton defense.
Out of the shotgun, there's the give, up the middle, and he's driving at the 15 to the 10 to the 5, and it's a touchdown. And Rome has scored with 55 seconds left.
Miles Morris calls his own number, has a big gain down the middle of the field to set up the Trojans' 1-minute offense in a moment that can only be described as the play.
Unbelievable throw by Morris. Unbelievable catch by Austin.
What a catch by Waldrop, because he had to jump high in the air with the defender on him and brought it in.
I told you this before, my boy Chase. 42 strong.
And so the kids look in our eyes, and we look in their eyes, and we know that there's no doubt, because the offense, the second that happened, they said, we got 3 timeouts, we're good. That opponent next week is not going to care about this game. So we're going to enjoy this, I promise you, till we show up at our 3 o'clock meeting, and then, but we're going to enjoy this one, I promise.
This preserved Carrollton's undefeated season, a chance at a region title, and more importantly, a state title. This game let everybody know that Carrollton belonged and was deserving of the ranking that fit them. Join us next week on Relive Rewind when the Trojans travel to Paulding County to take on the East Paulding Raiders. This has been Relive Rewind.